Hi everybody, it's midnight exactly, witching hour. Midnight on the 17th now, I suppose. It's a minute past midnight. So the 17th of December. This time next week it'll be Christmas Eve. Um, when all good children and all good people get something from Santa, maybe. Inshallah. So, what I wanted to say, well, there's a few things I wanted to say, but I'll just keep it sort of light at the moment and regarding Foodie Beauty. The toing and froing between Foodie Beauty and French Fried Girl, having goes at each other and stirring up drama and stirring up, obviously, Queen, is really getting old, very old now. And all this Chantal saying, I'm going to get your channel taken down, I'm going to seek legal advice. Does she know how much legal advice is? How much legal advice will cost her? How much the lawyers' fees will cost her? I don't know what the situation is in Canada, but certainly in the UK, you'll have lawyers' fees to pay. You will have barristers' fees to pay. You will have the court costs to pay. Even if you win your case, and it's a big if where she's concerned, there's going to be monetary costs. Is she going to be able to absorb them? She was complaining last month of only making $300, $600, excuse me, $600, which equates to about 300 British pounds. So if that's true, she's not making a lot of money, is she? Mind you, don't believe a word that comes out of her mouth, because she made a lot more than that, a lot more. With her memberships also rolling in. She's got the tiers still, hasn't she? She's reducing the one tier down to $2.99. And then she's got the other tier, which I don't know how much that is. Then she's still got the postcard tier, because that was $9.99. Has she sent any of those postcards out yet? Are people still paying? She's raking in a lot of money for nothing every month from these tiers that she's got going. And now that she's reduced the one to $2.99, she's saying so it can be, to help people who are struggling financially. Well, why not? Stop asking them to pay you. Why not do that? If you're not hurting for money, as you say you aren't, you're still bringing money in via AdSense, etc. So why not drop the tiers, or have just one tier and not 3 or 4 or however many you've got? You're greedy. And in one video that she made, I haven't got the clip here, but I think I was watching, I'm not sure whether it was barbecue chickens. It may have been barbecue chickens. It may have been Queen of WTF, because I watched the two a little bit. And it was early on in their video where she said when people are of no more use to her, she just deletes them, or words to that effect. And that's the most honest I've heard her being. She does. When people are of no more use, she jettisons them. They're gone completely. Just like Shannon, just like Pete's. How can you do that to friends of decades long standing for a man that you've known for 5 minutes. A man that you're getting paid to sponsor into a country. Don't deny it, because we all know that you are. And we all know that you went with the man, the gentleman, the married gentleman, who Mr. 4 times a night, you said, or 4 times a session, you called him. Married, and you said it didn't count because his wife wasn't in the country. You're going to feel the same way when you go back to Canada about your husband. It doesn't count if he meets up with other women. You're going to say the same thing. But Mr. 4 times a night, who you went with, the married man, said to you, you developed feelings for him. He didn't reciprocate them. And he said to you he wanted to fix you up with a nephew and wanted his nephew to come to Canada. Could Salah be that nephew? Could this be why you went out to Kuwait without knowing him? Because you knew the man and had feelings for him? Because you were promised money and given money to go out, had your airfare paid, that you didn't pay it yourself, and had your expenses, all your expenses paid, bit of money put in your bank, and promised a bigger payment when Mr. Salah gets to Canada? Could that be the truth of the matter? Who can say? I'll play a little bit of her Let's Chat, where she's telling us that she's no longer going to do live streams. So I wonder how long that's going to last for. She was no longer going to do rage streams. How long did that last for? Not long.
A lot of people have, you can still eat under the veils. Yeah, like I can do stuff like that, but I need to get back on a health journey. When I become obsessed with food, I'm interested in making it my content, because...
Hold on. She can eat, yes, eating under the veil, you know, at lunchtime when we used to go for lunch. I've said this before. Women and men were segregated when I was in Saudi, and even married women and married men. And you sat, and the room, the cafe, the restaurant room was partitioned, and women who were veiled with a niqab, they would put their lunch under the veil, so to speak, like she's doing with whatever she was eating. But I doubt that any of them would ever eat on camera, and I doubt whether there's any modest Muslim women who would eat on camera, even if shoving grub up under their veil.
My content is like my life in a lot of ways. You know, I know you guys think I'm being very impersonal in a lot of ways, but at the same time, I'm still very much sharing the steps of my life with you. Lobster mac and cheese.
Well, you've never been impersonal up till now.
So
You've seen literally everything.
I'm not really, I don't feel like Foodie Beauty anymore. I don't feel like that person anymore. So I figure, you know what? Time to make some changes on my social media as well. Now, I want to address Costco muffins. Oh, Reginald. Oh, I'm talking like this because I can breathe better now. So listen, people have asked me, so what you have to change. First of all, you don't have to do anything. Nobody has a right to tell you how to integrate, like how to act, and like just because you're religious, like nobody knows, you know what I mean? So for people to be...
Just because you're religious? Is she saying she's suddenly caught religion, like you would catch the common cold? I don't think so. You know, you need to integrate yourself into that religion, whichever religion it may be, whether it's been Church of England, whether it's been Roman Catholic, whether it's Hindu, whether it's Buddhism, or whether it is Islam, you need to educate yourself about religion, and you're suddenly a religious person. Why is that? You have adapted, not for God, not for Allah, who, by the way, are the same. They're not different identities. God and Allah are one, Chantal, which you seem not to know or appreciate. You don't adapt for a man. You adapt for love of God.
Like, you have to you should delete all your old videos because they have your face. It makes more sense. Like, why do it on Instagram and not YouTube? It makes more sense for me. Like, YouTube, I have, like,
Bringing
this
your
was my
money in.
job, and that was my past, like, all videos. Like, that's my work. Why am I going to delete all my work? Like, 400, and plus there's, like, 400 and something videos. Hi, Rhonda.
Work.
Sorry, guys. Monica. Okay, Sala's going to say hi for now. Oppositional divine. No, I don't think so. Islam my way. Well, no, it's, yeah, duh, Reginald. Like, do you hear yourself? Religion is for you to express your way. You know what I mean? I don't speak Arabic. I'm not gonna, like, so I have to make it my way, like, by reading the Quran in English. I have to, like, you don't have to, you know what I mean? Like, the basic principles, yes, but
keep stumbling.
First. Anyways, so, what was I saying? So it makes more sense because I don't, like, Instagram, I had very little pictures on there, so it's easier to change that, you know? So yeah. We're fine about this food.
So yeah. She didn't even finish answering the question, did she? It's Islam her way. Just like Nada cooks food my way. She hasn't changed one iota. Not underneath, not deep underneath. She hasn't. She's still the arrogant, disgusting person that she's always been. She was raging yesterday at French Fried Girl. Rage. We have rages every couple of days. And she'll be raging again. Guarantee you, raging again before very long. And it's all building up and bubbling up inside her. I wonder what's going to happen when she gets back to Canada. My advice for now, to the backing and toing and froing and the fighting and all, you know, the 2-hour-long chats that are bringing in money for you and for other people. Why don't you look at what's going on in the wider world and make a video regarding that? Why don't you do that? Why don't you approach your channel if you're changing? Why don't you approach things that are happening in the world? People who are grieving, people who are sad, people who are in despair, people who are freezing because they can't afford the heating, people who don't have enough food, people who are going to be dying this winter from malnutrition and hypothermia. Maybe people who've lost loved ones. The Ukrainian war, why don't you address that? No, it's all about foodie beauty, and her fake life. That's all that matters, her fake life. I'll be back probably tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Good night. Good morning, I should say.